Hi guys, it's Dakota. I am out here on a Saturday morning. I'm out in the back of my backyard by the pasture. You might be able to see it back there. I'm not sure. There's such a glare. I can't really see what's going on. But today's video is going to be about snow, not really snow. What we have here is ice. We had an ice storm last night. So this is hard as a rock. I have my trusty spoon. I'm going to show you a video on, I'm sure you've heard of freezer magic, and I'm going to add a little bit to that. So bear with me because I am on my laptop computer, and I'm going to have to be going forward and back to get a couple of things here to show you. All right, so bear with me. Okay, so the first thing that I have, obviously, is my jar because I'm going to collect ice. I'm going to collect some of this fresh ice. There might be some snow mixture with it, but all I can tell you is that this is crunchy hard, very crunchy hard. So I have a jar because I want to collect some of the ice. Then I'm going to actually cleanse it with the Florida water. It has been washed, of course, all of that, but I didn't want to sage it. I didn't want to give it a cleanse in that way. There's a reason, because of what was in the jar. So I want to keep some of that energy in the jar. I didn't want to cleanse it all away with sage. So I poured the Florida water, just a little tiny bit. I hope you can see because of the glare. I won't know until I get back in the house. It's freezing out here. It's like 18 out here right now, and I have no gloves on. So I have the Florida water in the jar, and all I'm going to do is I'm just sort of swishing the Florida water around in the jar, making sure that it's all around the jar, and I'm not going to wipe it out either. I'm going to leave it in there. I'm just going to do that to empty it. And then all I'm doing is taking my little wooden spoon because I didn't want to dig with my fingers. And I didn't want this in with my gloves on either because I'm still trying to get the utmost energy that I can, even though I am using a wooden spoon. Okay? So I'm just going to go over here where I can find the cleanest ice. Here's a nice pile right here. Ooh, it's hard. So I'm just sort of chopping it up a little bit. And I'm going to scoop it in my jar. It's fairly clean. There's a few grass particles and some dirt, etc. See, look at that. I can just pick it right up. It's ice, frozen ice. I'm going to put as much as I can in my jar. I'll tell you why here in a second. I certainly wouldn't be able to crunch this up with my fingers. It's hard as a rock. Woo! Okay. Some more. I'm just filling my jar with the ice as much as I can. Try to get a little bit more. Press it down. Oh, look at that nice big piece. Woo! I'm going to shove that in there. Another big piece. I'm going to shove that in there. And you see me pushing it down into the jar. A couple more pieces. Okay. So cold. All right, so I've got a full jar of my fresh ice. And I'm going back in the house. I'm going to put you on pause, I hope, because I can't see because of the glare. And we will go back inside. Yeah, I can't see the arrow. So I'm just going to carry you back in. I'm going to put my lid on my jar so I don't spill the ice on the way. Got the jar on my Florida water, or the lid on my Florida water. It is cold. I can hardly even talk. Okay, I'm putting the jar in my pocket. Pardon me, you guys. I'm going to have to take you in this way. What a video, right? Learn how to edit, Dakota. Woo! Oh, it's warm in here. All right, I'm going to put you on pause. Be right back. Okay, I'm back. I'm in the house. My hands are absolutely frozen, and I don't think I even said, "Hi guys, it's Dakota. Welcome to the Hallowed Cauldron." Whew, I am such a summer girl that seriously, if it drops below 65, I'm just miserable, and it's like 18 out there today. Okay, I need to catch my breath. It's so cold. All right, so I don't even know what this looks like because I haven't reviewed it yet at all. So what I'm doing is, I can catch my breath. Should have done this before I even went out. I apologize. Okay, so I know that some of you have heard of like frozen spells, where you take something, you put it in your freezer, and and you freeze it. And so that is the basis of what we're going to be doing. And I'm going to talk about it a little bit later on. But what I did was, and you can do this with snow water as well, or snow as well. So I just took a small, a small jar like this, and I just rinsed. Of course, I washed it. I washed it out, and but I did not use sage or Palo Santo, anything like that, for a reason. And what I did, because I am actually going to be using this water, so or this ice, and but I did use the Florida water. If you can see that here, I use the Florida water, which I use for many, many, many things all the time. I like to, even before I do ritual, or before I do any kind of spell work or journey work or anything like that, any kind of thing that I'm doing, even sometimes with tarot or whatever, I will put a drop or two of Florida water on my hands and just sort of infuse that energy that it gives me. Florida water is really good for protection, and it is good for me anyway. It's really good for just producing a really good energy, a really positive energy that sort of brings forth energy that I need, whether I need protection energy, or whether I'm needing spirit guide, or I'm doing divination, whatever it is that I'm doing. That's what I ask of it before I do it. And I also use that. You've seen me in some of my videos. I also will use this to dress my candles, as opposed to using oil for the outside of the candles. I will actually use Florida water as part of my dressing before I do my herbs and stuff like that, if I use herbs. So not all the time, but often enough that I go through my Florida water quite often, and we keep this in stock, or try to, at the store all the time. So anyway, yeah, so now this is a small bottle, okay, or small jar. And what I'm going to do with this, it's full, and like I said, this was ice. This is not snow. This is, oh, now it's all packed in there, so I can't get it out. I was going to show you a piece, but hopefully you'll be able to see it on the video before. all of this and I had to carry you inside. um, I am going to learn to edit one day. I really am. I promise you I am. But anyway, so this was chunky hard ice. I had to use my little wooden spoon to chop it up. There was no way I could dig through that with my fingers. And I tried to get as much clean as I could. There's a few little specks of dirt in there that I got, which is fine. And then I'm going to show you what we're going to do with it later on. And so what I'm going to do with it right now, though, is I'm actually putting this in the freezer because I want the ice to stay frozen until I'm ready to use it. Okay, so that's what I'm going to do with it. I am going to put this right in the, I don't want to put it in the refrigerator because what I'm going to do might happen in another day or two. So I want to make sure that it's still completely frozen and before I do what I'm going to do. So I think I'm going to go ahead and put this in the freezer because I'm not ready for it to melt yet. And yeah, and that's what I'm going to do. All right, so hang tight. I will promise to be back with you to finish this up. And I think in the meantime, I'm going to review it. I've actually learned how to splice videos together. So this will be a two-part video that I splice together so that you'll see the second part. Hopefully I'm not dressed like this. Okay. All right, guys. If you're in a snowy, cold area, please be safe. Get off the roads. Let the workers do their work as far as plowing and whatever they do out there. Here on the East Coast, especially where I am I'm in Southeast, and you know, we're not used to snowy roads and icy conditions, so we don't really have the trucks and the things available. They did salt the roads, but it does nothing for ice. Okay, and I don't even know if there's anything you can do for ice. Anyway, all right, I will see you in the next video clip. Bye, guys.